Yes, good morning, students. We are going to start with the next lecture. Ours is on electric potential, which is the first part of this. We will be continuing it in the next class also. This is just to show your previous knowledge. You all are aware of the electric field, which is around a charged body, around the positive charge. It is like this. Around the negative charge, it is, and we are showing the electric field lines. It means electric field can be shown with the help of electric field lines. That is your previous knowledge. You are aware of electric field and electric field lines. Our objective today is we have to study about the electrostatic potential difference, and electrostatic potential energy. As all three are related with each other, so I have opted for discussing this topic all together so that you can make a connection between the three things with you. So let us begin with the electrostatic potential and potential difference. Just to understand the things, you have studied the gravitational field. With reference to the gravitational field, we are having the electric field here of this. And when you have studied gravitational potential energy, with reference to that, we are having the electrostatic potential and electrostatic potential energy. Now what it is, this charge is having some field around it, and field is because of the force. Coulomb law we have also discussed that because there is force of attraction or force of repulsion between the two charged bodies, I want to bring a test charge in this field of the capital charge Q. If test charge is also taken as positive charge, then of course both are similar charges, like charges, they are going to repel. So whenever we want to move this test charge in the presence of this field, then I have to do some work against the force of repulsion, because these are like charges, they are going to repel each other. So when they are going to repel each other and I want to bring it here close to capital Q charge, so it means I have to do some work against this force of repulsion, and I have to apply some force, and that for that of course some work is to be done by me to move this test charge from one position to another position, from R to P, and this work done of course is stored as the electrostatic potential energy, and this work is done against the electrostatic repulsive force. This much you have the awareness that whenever I want to move any object in some field, I have to do some work. Like in the gravitational field, when you have discussed you want to move away any object for escape velocity, again you were doing the work against the attractive force. So here we are bringing it close, we are doing the work against the repulsive forces. So when this potential energy is here of course equals to the work done in bringing the charged body, discharged body, this is stored as electrostatic potential energy. Of course we will be defining all these things, and whatever is the difference here in the energy, that will be stored in the way of your potential difference. Potential difference will be equals to work done in bringing the test charge. So this is the relation between the work done and the potential difference. V is the denoting sign for the electrostatic potential. So you have to learn, it means what is electrostatic potential, then only you can use this equation which is there for potential difference. Potential difference is simply the difference in the potential between the two bodies. This is the definition of electrostatic potential. Just this depiction is more clear, I think, with you, that whenever I want to bring some charge, in place of now bringing from Q to P, I am bringing the charge from infinity to at a particular point P. Then whatever work is done, that work done is named as electrostatic potential at that point. But you have to take care of two things here. Whenever we are bringing this charge should be quite small. It means it should not be disturbing the force of repulsion or attraction due to my source charge. This capital Q is the source charge. Because of this charge, I am having the field. I want to bring my test charge in the field of this source charge. And for that, I am doing some work. Of course, if I am moving from one point to another, that will be the change in the potential, that is potential difference. But if I am bringing the test charge from infinity to a point, then this is known as electrostatic potential, or we may call it as potential drop. And because of this potential drop or potential difference, only your electric current it flows, means the charge it moves, and which is giving rise to the electric current. You have done it in the 10th class. So if you want to define electrostatic potential or electric potential, we may call it, it is the amount of work which is required to move a unit of charge, unit positive charge, you may write, from infinity to a specific point. It means where I want to find the potential, that point I need to take, and without producing any acceleration. Two things which I was speaking out. One, of course, this charge should be quite small. My test charge should be quite small so that it is not affecting the field due to the source charge. Second thing, when I am bringing it, the force which I am exerting, of course, I have to do some work, and for doing some work, I have to exert some force, that is my external force, which I am applying on this test charge to move it in the electric field, and that should be applied in such a way that it just balances the repulsive force. This is positive charge, this is also positive charge. So both are going to have the repulsive force between them, and because of that, field is in the outward direction. I want to bring my test charge in the inward direction. It means opposite to the electric field. One thing. And then the force should be such that it should not be producing any acceleration. It means it should just balance the repulsive force. So these 2 points you must write that, or you must note it down, that one, this charge, test charge, should be quite small so that it is not affecting the field due to this charge or the electric field due to the source charge. Second, the force applied should be such a way that it just balances the force of repulsion between these two like charges so that no acceleration is produced. So no acceleration should be produced. If I want to write the electrostatic potential in the mathematical form, I can write it as V, capital V is the symbol for the potential. It is work done in bringing a charge. So work done upon charge. So unit for work is joule, you are already aware, and for charge it is coulomb. So you can write joule per coulomb, or you know, when you studied the experiment in 10th class, you measured the potential difference in terms of volt. So you can call it 1 volt. 1 volt is equals to 1 joule per coulomb. This is, of course, the dimensional formula also you can write. You can work it out yourself because you know the dimensional formula for work, that is mL2 T minus 2, and for charge it is AT. So you will be getting mL minus 2 T minus 3 A minus 1. So this is the dimensional formula for the electrostatic potential. Again I am repeating, this is the amount of work which is required to move a unit charge from infinity to a specific point without producing any acceleration. So this is to be taken care that no acceleration is to be produced. Of course, from here you can define 1 volt either in terms of potential difference if you are taking it from one point to another, or you are taking it from infinity to a given point, the definition of the volt can be taken, that will be remaining the same. That is, potential at a point is 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in bringing a unit positive charge from infinity to that point. Or if you want to define it for potential difference, then you will be saying from one point to the other point, because this is the formula. So if you are writing for potential difference, this will be Vp minus Vr. Delta V you can write, that will be equals to delta W upon Q, but dimensions and units for potential difference and potential will remain the same. So either you are bringing the point object from one point to another, or you are bringing from infinity to the given point. If you are bringing from infinity to the given point, you are finding the potential at one point. If you are bringing from one point to another point, then you are finding the potential difference. So both are same, but significance is there for potential difference. Units and dimensions for both will be remaining the same. This is, we want to find the electric potential due to a point charge. Now what it is, otherwise this picture you have to keep it in your mind that electric field is there all around the charge. That picture, that is why I have shown you in the beginning, the field is there around this charge, which is my source charge. This is the point charge we are taking. So this is the point charge around which we are taking the we want to bring the test charge. That test charge we are bringing from infinity to a given point, say P point. This P point is at a distance R. As I have said, potential difference or potential dimensions and units are same. So for my consideration, if I say that I am moving from P dash to this point, say some small distance delta R or dr, you may write. This is a small distance if I am moving, then what it is, the field is acting, this is positive charge, field is acting in the outward direction and you are bringing the body in the inward direction. It means if I want to mark the direction of the field is like this and external force you are applying in this direction, which you are applying just to bring the object here. Which I was saying, field due to this positive charge in the outward direction, I want to bring this point from one point to another. For that I am applying the force in this direction. So the angle between the field and the external force is 180 degree. Repulsive force is acting in the same direction of the E, and my external force I am applying in this direction, or dr is in this direction. So what it is, if I have to do the small work done in moving a small distance dr, then it will be written as F dot dr, because you know the work done is dot product of force and displacement, but displacement and force, they are acting in the opposite direction. So you will be writing it as equals to minus F dr. And if you want to find the total work done, you will be integrating. I want to bring from infinity to R. So the value of F is already known to you. That is equals to Q naught. Now because I am bringing the unit positive charge, so Q naught equals to 1 unit. Q naught is equals to 1 unit. So what it is, that you can find the derivative. Here of course you have to find the integration after putting the value of force. Force is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R dash square, because this P dash is taken at the distance R dash. So that is why here we have written R dash as the distance, and the limit is from infinity to R. So when you find the integration of 1 upon R square, these are the steps I have written for your convenience, that when you are taking, this is R raised to the power minus 2 dr, x power n dx. So it will be minus n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So you are getting, on solving, this value equals to 1 upon R. This value you are getting equals to 1 upon R on solving and hence this with the negative sign you are getting. So this negative and this negative, it will become positive, and you are getting the work done yours divided by charge, because we have not multiplied with Q naught. So this work done for bringing a unit positive charge is nothing but potential, because we are finding the work done and bringing a unit positive charge. So whatever result we do get from here, that is equals to the potential, which is equals to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. Here R is the distance of this position where I want to find the potential. So this is the potential at a given distance R from the source charge. Or you can write it again in this form also, that this is equals to work done divided by Q naught, or in terms of potential energy if you want to write. Then other way of writing, you can multiply it with Q naught and divide it by Q naught. So you will be getting the result as C. If you want to draw the graph showing the potential and electric field with distance, so you have studied that electric field is inversely proportional to R square, but here you have seen potential is inversely proportional to R. And moreover, you have to understand this thing, that your potential, it is not depending upon the direction, because it is equals to work done, and work done is a scalar quantity. So electrostatic potential is also a scalar quantity. So electrostatic potential is a scalar quantity while field is a vector quantity. So it means we are just taking the help of a scalar quantity in the electric field to go further in our studies. So the same graph here, whatever way you may depict, if you depict by one dotted line, then I think the thing is going to be more clear, or you may use different colors to show the graph for V and E. Slope will be slightly different because of this difference in the relation. If I want to find electric potential due to a system of charges, it means I want to find at this point P due to 3 or 4 charges like Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4, so on. There can be n charges. Then this is the formula for potential due to 1 point charge we have just discussed, that is V equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. And as I have told you, potential is a scalar quantity because it is equals to work done upon charge. Work done is a scalar quantity. So this all potentials, whenever I want to find, this is simply algebraic sum of the potentials due to the different charges. Of course, when we are taking potential due to one charge, we are ignoring the presence of other charges and so on. So you can write the potential at P point due to the second charge, then it will be Q2 upon R, of course multiplied with 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Similarly for V3, and whenever you want to find the potential due to all these charges, you have to simply take the algebraic sum. No vector sum is there because potential is a scalar quantity. This is simply to define electric potential. If you want to write the definition, it is defined as the work done in carrying a unit charge from one point to another in the electric field. So it is difference in the electric potential of the two charged bodies. You may write it as, if you are bringing from initial point to final point, you may write it as Vf minus Vi, which is equals to work done upon charge for the first one position or the second position. This work done is nothing but the potential energy. So you can write it in terms of the potential energy. Similarly, if you want, you can write it in terms of the electric field also, because electric field is your previous knowledge, and this work done can be written as force into distance divided by charge. So force upon charge is nothing but the field. So you can write it equals to E into D. So potential difference will depend upon the electric field. So we have to derive this relation further. You people can derive this relation even. Of course, you can define potential energy, that is your previous knowledge, that is work done in bringing a charge. See, when I define the potential, I see bringing a unit charge. But when we define the potential energy, we bring a charge. It means potential energy is equals to charge into potential at that point. You have to multiply the charge with the potential at that point. Of course, without producing any acceleration, we are bringing the charge. The only difference in the potential and potential energy is in potential energy we bring the unit charge, in potential energy we bring the given charge. Of course, you are aware of its units, joule, and dimensional formula also you are aware of, mL2 T minus 2, and of course it is a scalar quantity because potential energy is a scalar quantity and potential is also a scalar quantity because both are interdependent. You can derive the relation between the electric field and potential, stepwise derivation. If it is asked in your exam, you can do it. That if you are bringing the body from A to B in this presence of the source charge plus Q, field is acting in this direction, dr is in this direction, then what it is? Potential at here, if it is V, potential at B point has to be greater. When you are moving away, potential is decreasing for the positive charge. If here I put the negative charge, then this will be otherwise. So what is the external force required? This much we have already discussed. Force is given by Q into E. If I am bringing the test charge Q naught, I can write it as Q naught E. Negative sign. Why? Because the direction is opposite. So theta is 180 degree. We have already done. So because of the angle 180 degree, I am getting the negative sign, or simply to show that both are in the opposite direction, and that is why negative sign. So work done can be written F dot dr, which is equals to minus Q naught E dot dr. This step we have already done also. This I am calling it as equation number 1. But we have taken the definition of the potential difference, which is equals to work done in bringing the charge from one point to another point. So if I am bringing from B to A to B, here I am bringing from A to B, but potential at B is greater than A, so potential difference will be VB minus VA. So you can write work done equals to charge into potential difference, which is equals to Q naught into VB minus VA. So this VB minus VA, I am calling it as delta V because this is the difference delta V. So you can simply write it as delta V or dV. So from 1 and 2 you compare, you are getting this relation that E, magnitude of E, it is equals to minus of dV by dr, which is termed as potential gradient. Difference in the potential with distance. Negative sign is simply showing that the direction of the electric field is in the direction of decreasing potential. It means this way, if you go in the direction of electric field, potential is decreasing. If you are coming otherwise, opposite direction, potential is increasing. So that is simply shown by the negative sign. This relation is very, very important and you will be using it at many places. Of course, you can write the electric field in the component form and whatever way the numericals can be framed. Another way, if I want to find the electric potential from the electric field, earlier we have written simply the relation that E it is equals to minus dV by dr. Now I want to find the potential and electric field is known to me, then I have to simply rewrite this equation E dot dr it is equals to dV, and if you do integration, if you are moving potential V1 to V2, this position is changing from R1 to R2. So you can take this as integral from, if you are taking for the potential at a point, this is for potential difference, this is for potential at a point. So whatever is the question, accordingly you can write the potential in terms of the electric field simply by using the sign integration. Otherwise, this is the relation in the form of derivative we have derived. SI unit of electric field, you all know, that is Newton per Coulomb, but if you take from this relation, then it is equals to potential upon distance, volt upon meter. So you can write 1 volt is 1 joule per Coulomb, and further if you want to write joule, that is the unit for work done, that is force into distance. So you can write it as Newton meter, and Coulomb will go in the denominator, Coulomb meter, which is equals to Newton per Coulomb. This whatever I have spoken to you earlier also, that the unit of electric field, which is Newton per Coulomb, can be written as volt per meter also. So whatever way you may write the unit and dimensions, whatever way you find, you will be getting the same for the electric field. This is because the another relation we have taken between the E and the potential difference. If I take around a closed loop, it means I am moving from A to B from one path or from the another path. What is found that the line integral, which is equal to the potential difference of this, we have discussed just now, that if I am moving from A to B, then this is equals to VA minus VB. If I am moving across this path B to A, then it is VB minus VA, because line integral is equals to potential difference. So if you are adding these two, I will be getting the over the complete path, it means work done over the complete path, that is equals to E dot dl, because work done and the potential, they are related with each other, and I can write potential in terms of electric field this way also. So what you find, that line integral of the electric field over the closed loop is 0. It means no work is done. This is if the question is coming to you that prove that electrostatic force is conservative in nature, then these are the steps you are supposed to follow. Because you have done in 11th class also, when we were to prove that gravitational force is conservative, then we proved that it is independent of path. Whatever path we may follow to go from one point to another, it is the work done remains the same. And work done can be written in terms of potential upon, when I am bringing the unit charge, then I need not write the Q naught. Simply potential work done will be equals to potential difference for a unit charge, and this potential difference I have taken equals to the line integral of the electric field, which you are getting equals to 0. So you can say that no work is done for complete cycle, and hence the electrostatic force is conservative, because electric field is because of the electrostatic charge. We are talking about the charge from the very beginning. All the things are in relation with each other. You should be able to make out the things. Just to revise these concepts, some questions with you so that you can apply this knowledge, whatever you have learned. If I want to find the potential at a point P due to this charge, value of charge is given 4 into 10 to the minus 7 coulomb, located 9 centimeter away. So this is the formula for the potential, you know, Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. You put the value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 to the power 9. Q is given 4 into 10 to the power minus 7 divided by the distance R, which is equals to 0.09 meter by converting centimeter into meter. So you are getting the result 4 into 10 raised to the power 4 volt. Similarly, second part is asking if obtain the work done in bringing this charge. Now they have given you the value of test charge, which is to be brought. Of course, is very small as compared to the given charge. It is brought from infinity to a point P. So you know the relation potential, it is equals to work done upon charge. So work done can be written as charge into potential. So if you put the value of charge and potential, you will be getting the result as it is written 8 into 10 to the power minus 5 joule. Now they are asking, does the answer depend on the path along which the charge is brought? We have simply discussed that electrostatic force is a conservative force, so it is path independent. So work done is path independent, whatever path you may bring, but the value of work done will remain the same. This question is taken from your NCERT. This is positive charge. Field lines are shown for the positive and negative charge. As in the diagram, you have to find the signs of potential difference between Vp minus Vq, Vb minus Va. Now, when you are bringing from Q to P, we have already discussed, in the presence of positive charge, when you are bringing, potential is increasing. It means potential at P is greater than potential at Q. So, Vp minus Vq is positive sign. Now, when you are here bringing in the presence of negative charge, then of course it has to decrease. So, potential at A is less than potential at B. So, but they are asking Vb minus Va. So, potential at A is less. So, Vb minus Va is again positive. Similarly, they are asking you the sign of potential energy difference when you are bringing a small negative charge. Now, in place of bringing the positive charge, they are bringing the negative charge. So, points Q to P. See, earlier we were bringing positive charge only, both the cases. But now they have changed the sign of the charge which is being brought. Negative charge is brought from Q to P. So, again, when you are bringing the negative charge, it means there will be force of attraction between the negative and the positive charge. So, you are working against the attractive force. So, again, this potential energy will be positive because the signs will get interchanged. Same way here also you will be getting it positive because they have changed the positions now. Earlier B to A, now it is A to B. You have to give the signs of work done by the field in moving a small positive charge from Q to P. Q to P, you are bringing the positive charge, you are bringing in a direction opposite to the electric field. Work done by the field will be of course negative. If they ask work done by you, then it will be positive. Give the sign of work done by the external agency in moving a small negative charge from B to A. Now you are bringing negative charge from B to A. So when you are bringing negative charge from B to A, again it is going to be positive because you are moving in the same direction of the field. Does the kinetic energy of a small negative charge increase or decrease in going from B to A? When you are going from B to A, what is happening to the kinetic energy? You are bringing the negative charge. Negative with negative you are bringing. It means repulsive force. When you are bringing against the repulsive force, then of course you are decreasing the kinetic energy because velocity you are going to decrease. These are the answers simply written. You can read, and in case of any doubt, of course you people can ask. Similarly, one more question is there. A charge 8 microcoulomb is located at the origin. You have to find the work done in moving this charge from a point P to point Q via this point. Via this point is not going to affect me because we have done that work done is independent of path. So this is equals to simply Q into potential difference. Work done is equals to charge into potential difference. And potential difference, you can simply use the formula Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. Value of R for P is given 3 centimeter. You can convert it into meter. For Q also it is given 4 centimeter. Again you can convert and you can get the answer. So this is now a scalar quantity. So no question of direction is there. So you can work it out yourself. Thank you everyone.